Okay, hey everyone, Kay here on my homestead. Well, we haven't had a chat in a while. I've been busy winter sewing, just uploaded that video this morning, and sewing, just sewed a sweater together over a 2-part long tutorial. If that's something you're interested in, I hope you'll go to my playlist and find it under Kay's Sewing and Knitting. Yeah, so I've been really busy making videos and we haven't had a chance to chat, and there's a lot going on in the world and many people are talking about it and they have a lot more information about it than I do. But one thing is for certain, the DHS has just put out a warning for all Americans to be prepared. So this is what all the preppers and all the homesteaders have been saying, including myself, since 21. And so if you haven't gotten prepared by now, this is no longer a maybe thing. If the government is saying it, they don't usually do that, if ever. We usually just get one false flag after another, one distraction after another, so to speak. And so this may or may not result in that, but we are technically at war. Well, so even though the majority of Americans don't want that, obviously we want a stable economy and we want safety and security for our own people, first of all. And that doesn't seem to be the priority right now. But nevertheless, I am just here to talk about water, because we can go, I think, what is it, 3 minutes without air. We can go, I think, 3 to 5 days without water. Obviously, air is the first priority, and we aren't really in control of that. So let's go to the thing that we can control, and that is to be stocked up with water. Now, I did a very popular video, I'll put the link right up there, in 21, or was it 22? I think maybe it was 22. I had my hands full in 21, getting here and trying to start a garden here and raised beds and silage tarps and cistern, and oh man, I had my hands full. But I think 22 is when I started doing the prepping videos, and I did a video about long-term water storage, and then I did a follow-up to that, so there are 2 videos. I have all those prepping type videos in a playlist called Time to Wake Up right there. I did that in 22, that's 4 years ago. Today is the day that if you are not prepared, and you are not prepared by having long-term water storage, you must do something about it immediately. And even, it's said in this warning from the DHS, 1 gallon per person per day. So however many people you have in your family, that's how much water you need to have stored, and they said for at least a week. So you got 3 people in your family, that's 21 gallons. Do you have 21 gallons of water stored? Drinkable water stored? Or water that you can make drinkable? Yes, you could boil it all, but I mean, how hard is that going to be if you have no electricity? I have an electric stove, so boiling 21 gallons of water I would have to get my big stock pot and light a big fire out there, and it would take all day. So just think about that, you know. You can go to Walmart. I mean, there are probably other places, but I just happen to know that at least some of the Walmarts have the water machine. You can go in there today and you can buy 5-gallon water bottles, if you can lift 5-gallon. If you can't, get the 3-gallon. Plastic water bottles. They're BPA free, so they're supposedly non-toxic over time. So you can store your water in that. And get the 3 or 5-gallon bottles, and you can buy a pump, a hand pump, so you don't need batteries or electricity. You can buy a hand pump that screws into the top of it. I think you can probably get that at Walmart. You can check. And it screws on the top, and then you can have 5 gallons of water with a hand pump sitting on your counter. And those 5 gallons could, you know, if you have 3 people in your family, that could take care of you for almost 2 days. So these are the things you need to be thinking about today. My plan, because if you watch these videos or have watched these videos, you know I have an IBC tote, which is, I forget if it's 300 or 325 gallons stored, and you can't store an IBC tote out where the sun hits it. It's got to be covered in black because the algae will start growing in it. So that has been covered. The sun never goes directly into the shop because of the way the sun goes over. And so sun has never hit that container. As well as I do have it kind of draped in black shade cloth anyway. So I've been meaning to do this for a couple of years. I am going to drain that today. I have a 100-foot, I don't think I need 100 feet. I think I just need about 50 feet. But anyway, I'm getting a 100-foot drinkable hose. And I am going to stretch it from the house. I don't have water over there. Stretch it over there and fill it up again. Since I got that IBC tote, let's see, in 2024, at the end of 2024, I got whole house water filtration, including the outdoor taps. So I can put water in that tote that has already been disinfected from the city. And by the way, as long as we're talking about city water, call your water department and see, just see. And you may be able to do this online. Look up your water department and look up contents or reports or something like that. And you can see whether they put fluoride in your water. Very hard to filter out fluoride. I've heard that the only way is reverse osmosis, but don't quote me on that. That's just what I've heard. But I went ahead and had whole house water filtration, so the chlorine and all of the bad stuff is already filtered out of my whole thing. And I am telling you, it is one of the top 2 most important things I've done since I've been here. It's changed everything, because now, I mean, I had tub balls, I had shower filters, but you're washing your hands all the time. You don't always wear rubber gloves when you're washing your dishes. You know, your skin gets so dried and cracked, and especially in winter. It's very different once you get whole house water filtration, because he was the on-site manager. He said that he had it, and you know, they could drink out of any tap in his house. And you know, that's such a good feeling. However, that's city water, and that's dependent upon electricity. You might have water for a little while, but the pumps pump the water to your house and keep the pressure in the line. So if we had a grid down, there would be no electricity to pump the water. So just have to keep that in mind. If you want to make an upgrade to your place, I recommend, if you can do it, to do it, because it's really made a huge difference. At any rate, I'm going to drain out that stale water today. You're going to see me hook up the hose and start the draining. And I'm hoping by the time it's empty, I have the hose. I ordered a hose, and I hope it gets here about the same time. And I'm going to start the process of filling it back up. I don't want any lag. But meanwhile, I have a 35-gallon tank. You can pick them up at Tractor Supply or other places. And I set that up in the winter just so that I would have water handy for my indoor makeshift greenhouse, garage greenhouse. So I'm going to top that off. So I'll have 35 gallons. If we had a water down, and guess what? I got up this morning, I saw that video. about the warning, and then I'm noticing that our water was off over the night because all the taps have some air in the pipes. I'm sure it's unrelated, but still. Anyway, I don't want to have any crossover. And meanwhile, I still have in my second water storage video, which I talked about these blue containers, these 5-gallon blue containers. I have at least 5 gallons in every bathroom to flush the toilet. So that's what's going on here, and I encourage you to get your water supplies going. I've been in contact with my 2 friends in Spring City, and they're on it today. They're gonna make it happen, because air, water, food, in that order. So that's the priority, right? So it just doesn't make any sense not to be prepared. I hope that's helpful. If it is, please leave me a comment below. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video. All right? Take care. See you next time.